welcome back to the Cars Desire YouTube channel, and this week we're testing this Polestar 2. Now in this video we're going to be looking how this Polestar 2 competes with the electric rivals. But first, a bit of a history into the Polestar brand as a whole. Not long ago, Polestar was the performance brand of Volvo, and it worked using the Volvo badge on their cars, in cars like the V60 Polestar, and they'd be the performance orientated cars. But now in the Geely ownership of Volvo, this Polestar has become its own brand, which focuses on electrification of its cars, and they've currently got the Polestar 1 and the Polestar 2, which we have here. So join me on the rest of this video where I'm going to talk about what it's been like to test over the past week. Now the Polestar 2's strong point is arguably its value for money, because everyone assumes that electric cars, being relatively new technology, is going to cost you an absolute fortune. But this Polestar 2 starts from an incredible £39,000. Now you may be able to get a government grant on that to reduce that by a couple of £1,000s. However, this is constantly changing all the time, so I'm not going to say at this particular time because it'll probably be out of date in a month or so time. But £39,000 for the entry-level Polestar 2. Now £39,000 still gets you an awful lot of car. This is a big, solid, safe and well-engineered piece of a car here, and even the entry-level model still does a claimed 270 miles on a full electric charge. Now of course in real life you aren't going to get that 270 miles, and it'll probably be more around 220 to 200 in the winter, but that's still a great usable range for everyday use. Now this particular one we've got here is the long range dual motor, which aids the performance to bring it to 0 to 60 in 4.5 seconds, which of course is very impressive indeed. Now if you are doing the ultimate long distance driving with your Polestar 2, then I do recommend you go for the long range single motor, as that has the longest range of any Polestar 2, and that does give it almost an equivalent range to a petrol or diesel car of just under 300 miles in real world use on a full charge. One of the options on our particular test car Polestar 2 is the performance pack. Now that will cost you £5,000, but what it gets you are these gorgeous 20-inch alloy wheels, and also the gold upgraded Brembo brakes that do have immense stopping power, and also the gold dust cap cover. And in the interior you get these really dynamic looking gold seat belts in the front and the back of the car. Now it says since 1959 on there, which of course was the year that Volvo invented the seatbelt and made it patent free for everyone. And the performance pack also brings you manually adjustable Öhlins dampers, which allows you to really customise this car and the way it handles. And I think you'll be very surprised how low and hunkered down this car feels on the road, as it is pretty impressive around the corners as well. Now of course, being an electric car means that there's no engine up front, which allows you to have a bit of extra storage space under the front of the car. To open it, there's a yellow cap just here, which is very easy to locate, and it reveals a perfect amount of space here to charge all your car charging cables and other small items that you may wish to do so as well. And of course you've got your washer fluid in the usual location. But the best bit of the practicality about this Polestar 2 is what's in the back of the car, in the boot, as it's a very impressive load space indeed. Now to open the boot, you can either unlatch it in the car or hold the button on the key. And when it opens in a hatchback style, which allows for the optimum levels of practicality and usability, with the wide and deep load space allowing for large loads. It's also a very practical boot as well, as it's got the typical Volvo style divider allowing you to strap or hang your items in to stop them rolling around the large boot, and there's also more netting there, a strap, 12-volt socket, and electric deployable tow bar on this particular model as well. And if I just fold the seats down, you'll see how it reveals a completely flat load bay. Just move this out of the way first, like that. And the catches are just around the side here. And there it goes, completely flat. And then of course, this seat does exactly the same. And as I mentioned, you have got a C hatch in here to allow two people to sit in the back and still be able to carry long items such as skis. Now, this Polestar 2 is just an all-round excellent car to use as a family transport, because there's no compromise in any place of the whole car in general. Even in the back seats here, you've got loads and loads of legroom, as you can see, and it's a very comfortable place to be, especially with the optional panoramic sunroof as well. Just floods the cabin with light. And of course, the ergonomically designed and slim seats allows you to get a great view out the front of the car. As far as creature comfort, so you get this armrest, which is so soft, and the cup holders are in the perfect place to stop your arm being uncomfortable, as some cars put it in the middle, which leaves you with no space to put your arm, so to have it there is perfect. And we've got some nice air vents, which nice metal details. It feels very solid and well built, and 2 USB-C ports and heated rear seats on this particular version. And we've also got some nice fabric detailing on the doors here as well, which just adds and lifts the cabin to make the car feel nice and premium. And of course, the golden seat belts carry on back here. So yes, this is an excellent place to spend time in, and there's no reduction in practicality, it being electric whatsoever. And there's also ISOFIX on the 2 outer seats, allowing a perfect back seat for loading your children in. Now, the interior of the Polestar 2 is both a premium and luxurious place to spend time in, but it's also a very environmentally conscious place to be, with the option, like this car, to have the full vegan upholstery. But it's still a really nice quality because it's got nice embossed stitching and Alcantara effect inlays and different textures. And the comfort of the seats are also great with the bolster extender and electric lumbar support and adjustment on this particular model. It is a lovely place to spend time. In the centre of the car is dominated by the large, crystal clear Android operated infotainment screen, as it's very easy to flick through any function as you want, and you can also activate the voice command by just saying "Hey Google." And the gear selector in the centre of the vehicle lights up with the Polestar logo, which looks absolutely fantastic. And also on the panoramic roof, it's also showing up there, which just lights up, and it's a really nice feature for this car to have, although it isn't not possible in every single light, including the bright sun today. But overall, the cabin is an excellent place to be, with solid materials both on top of the doors, and everything feels very environmentally conscious, which of course falls into Volvo and Polestar's ethos of environmental standards. But even the lower quality plastics still feel really durable and like they're going to last a long time. And for a car starting from just over 39,000, the build quality of this Polestar 2 is quite simply impeccable. Now, what I like arguably most about this Polestar 2 is how with some electric cars you do have the trade-off of it being not quite as usable and as functional as a normal combustion engine car. But this Polestar 2 really is, because as I mentioned earlier, it's got the retractable tow bar on this particular model, and all Polestar 2s, even the most entry-level powertrain, can still tow 1.5 tonnes, which is almost unheard of in the electric car class. And it's also a very versatile car, as Polestar offer various functional things like roof racks where you can put your bikes on it, and it's just a great all-rounder car. And I think this could be almost like the people's electric car, because it really is an excellent, versatile and uncompromised electric choice of a car. So then, what's my final verdict on this stunning looking Polestar 2? Well, as I think you can tell from this car, I've almost had nothing negative to report on. And that isn't because I'm being biased, it really is that good of a car. And as I just mentioned, the best thing about this car is how it's so uncompromised. It isn't compromised just because it's an electric car, as you can do everything you would with a combustion engine with it, even tow. Now, you can go for the long range versions and do pretty decent mileage in these, and the ability to charge up to 80% in just 40 minutes on the highest possible charging output is pretty incredible. And I really do think this car is future proof and a great addition, if not the market leader of all electric cars. So this Polestar 2 really is an incredible car in all aspects, and I wouldn't mind having one myself. So what do you think of the Polestar 2? Let me know in the comment section below. And whilst you're down there, we're really grateful if you could also like and subscribe. There's plenty of other car reviews on the channel, so take a browse, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.